Hello Oracles, how's it going today? Tesla finished up 3%, but we just could not break that 940 resistance level. This is the level that we bounced off of 3 times just ahead of the annual shareholder meeting. We discussed it then and said if we bounce 3 times and don't go and break through, we are going to fall far. We ended up falling down to 864 and filling that gap down there. So since then we have now climbed back up, we have begun our run into the split, we still cannot break that 940. I do have a feeling that we are going to break it by the end of the week, but again, we will watch it as we bounce off of it. We bounced off of it once today around 930, 940. We'll see how we continue tomorrow. If we continue to push up, maybe we end up gapping up past it in the morning. But again, we bounced off and we ended up falling relatively far in relation to the entire market. I was watching and the NASDAQ was up about 0.5% when Tesla was pushing those levels. Tesla then came down to that 927 level and the NASDAQ continued to climb a little bit higher. So this just tells me that that is a strong resistance level, and when we do break through it, it is going to act as a strong support. And now one of the discussions that we had this morning was the trends that we were creating. Are we creating a consolidation trend or an upward trend? Well, based on today's movements, it is an upward trend. I had a feeling that's where we were going based upon the fact that we started an upward trend last week, but I wanted to get some confirmation, and we got that confirmation today. Now, we did gap up this morning, so we do have a gap that goes down to $900. So now we do have 3 gaps, 900, 776, and 742. I am going to be doing a live stream this Friday. Now, I did one in the past. I'm going to do it again just because there are some new people on here or people who missed the first one to discuss gaps. This way I can go in here and you guys can join and ask any questions you have about them. But gaps are something that are created when the stock closes one day and opens higher or lower the next day. That is called a gap. So today we closed last Friday at 900. We opened today at 905. We ended up backing down to 903 and going up from there. So there was a $3 gap from 900 to 903. Algorithms like to fill these gaps. May fill the next day, may fill within a month, or could take a year or so to fill these gaps. 9 out of 10 times these gaps do fill. So again, we will discuss this more in depth on Friday, but just want to let you guys know that that is there. Judging by the upward trend that we're on and the fact that we have the split happening next week, unless something massive in a negative manner happens over the next week, I have a feeling we are not going to fill the gaps down in the 700s. Maybe we end up pulling back for some weird reason to fill the 900 gap, but I have a feeling we're going to be going upwards from here. And if we fill these gaps, it'll be post-split. So the gap still will exist post-split. It'll just be divided like our shares are going to be multiplied, and the price divides, the gaps will divide as well. Now post-split, seeing as those gaps could end up filling, you may think, well, we're on an upward trend right now. Why would we pull back after the split to fill these gaps? Well, the last time we did the split, we ran up 81% into the split, and then we retraced 33% of that post-split. Now, it's a very similar situation this time around, whereas we are going to be having the elections coming up. So we have some election uncertainty. We are now in a rising interest rate environment, whereas before we had a near zero interest rate environment. So it's a little more uncertain this time around. We've got interest rates that could be going up in September. We've got some CPI data that's going to be coming out in early September, the PPI data. So a lot of uncertainty going into September. So post-split, we might get that little bit of a sell-off that could potentially fill these gaps. Now, as we discussed this morning as well, Gary Black had mentioned that historically, tracing back to 2017, we go up 53% from August to December, and that includes the post-split dip that we got back in 2020. So we could pull back a little bit post-split and then continue to run even further into the end of the year. For me, that is the situation I am looking for. I still have cash on the side. I have been adding regularly to Tesla, and I'm looking to add a little bit heavier on that post-split dip because normally that is what happens with all stocks when they split. Happened with Tesla, happened with Google, happened with Amazon. So there's a good chance it's going to happen again with Tesla. And so today I was able to actually sell out of a portion of my BNGO position. So it's a position that I like. I like the genomics play long term, but I'd rather have some cash freed up right now. I don't think the stock is going to run in the near term. So for me, I sold off 10 shares. For me, that's a third of my position in that stock. So I'm still going to hold the other 20 shares. If we run up a little bit more, I'll put in stops. just because I think we still have some uncertainty to go in positions like that, and I feel like I can get back into that one in the future if I want to get back into it. I'd rather have the cash right now to be able to put into Tesla. So I've got that cash, added a little bit more to that, and I'll be saving that to put in if we get that post-split dip. Now, we did get a lot of 13F filings today from hedge funds. What these filings are all the positions that they took or changed for long-term positions in Q2. These positions do not disclose any short-term or any shorts that they have on the stocks. They are just long-term positions. But based on NASDAQ.com and the information that they provided today, 30 companies have positions in Tesla right now. 19 of them increased their positions that they already had, 7 decreased their positions, and there's 1 new holding in this, for a total increase of about $733 million. Now, we did hear over the weekend that the Soros Fund took a position in Tesla as well with $20 million. This is very bullish. When you see a lot of companies all coming together to add positions, that's very bullish. Now, keep in mind that we still have to wait for the investor grade rating for our credit to go up. Once that gets to investor grade, even more institutions will get into the stock as well. And then, as my dad and I spoke about over the weekend, there's a lot of institutions that won't get in just because the valuation is so high. So if the valuation comes down in the future, even more institutions will get in. Now, Gary Black had mentioned how only 53% of Tesla is held by institutions, whereas companies like Apple, Microsoft, the other FANG stocks are somewhere in the upper 70s to 80% institutionally held. So for this, that means that there's a lot of institutions that can still get in, and there's still a lot of retail holders out there at the moment. So there's a lot of big money that can still get into Tesla right now, and I think we are going to see that happen over the course of the rest of this year. Now, looking forward, a lot of the reasons that many of us are investing in Tesla is to build our wealth in the long term. Now, to change topics a little bit, had some really sad news at work today. One of the guys that we work with just found out that he has aggressive thyroid cancer. So we found out about 30 days ago was having some issues, found out today what it is. They are trying to get him in for an emergency. The guy busts his butt. He's a firefighter, awesome hard worker, never calls out of work. You know, he's just an all-around great guy and hard worker. And looking at things like this, it really puts into perspective for me. Coming back from my vacation, spending all of that time with my family, seeing the things that I was, doing that I love to do and I want to do more of. And these are the reasons why I am building my wealth up, is so that I can do more of that in the future. So I've really put together the game plan that I want to move myself to do things that I want to do. And I don't want to stop working. I always want to work. I love providing this content for you guys. I'm always looking to try and work harder to improve myself here. And I want to be able to do the things that I love. My job, not a bad job, but it's not what I love doing and it's not my passion. I want to be able to make a difference in the world. I want to make a difference and make an impact. I'm doing some of that here with you guys, and I appreciate all of your support here, and I want to continue to do that. This really just puts into perspective why I am building up my wealth, and I need to take care of my health at the same time, because you're not going to be able to enjoy your wealth without your health. For me, wealth means having the freedom of time to spend doing what I love with the people that I love. And so I want to be able to build that up. So I've just become a new follower of Dr. Jack over on Twitter. I just subscribed to his channel on here, and I highly recommend that you guys do the same. He has some great content and provides lots of tips and ideas to improve your health. As for me, I'm a personal trainer on the side. I'm a Beachbody coach, and you guys see me. I do all of my hiking videos because I want to take care of my health as well. But you got to take care of your health first, because that gives you the better chance in the future. So I want to enjoy life, but I want to make sure that in the future I can be able to provide more. And I want to be able to spend time with my son and family for as long as I can and build up my wealth as much as I can to be able to pass it along to my son, so he'll have that freedom in the future as well. So again, check out Dr. Jack. I will put his channel down in the description. You can check him out over on Twitter as well. I'm actually going to look to be able to get him on here and have a conversation with him, both about Tesla. He's a huge Tesla investor, and we can discuss Tesla and health, health and wealth together. We can discuss both of those to help you guys be able to have better health, to be able to enjoy your wealth for longer in the future as well. So today was a great day all in all in the stock market. Again, I got that reference of why I am doing what I am doing, why I'm working so hard so that I can enjoy my wealth for longer in the future. Let me know in the comments below, what are you guys doing to take care of your health so that you can enjoy your wealth for longer? Let me know if you guys follow Dr. Jack as well. And let me know what you guys think we're going to be doing for the stock this week. What day do you think we are going to be breaking that 940? Or do you think we're not going to break it and will continue to bounce down? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. I share all of the latest Tesla news, pertinent stock market information, and all of my daily trades. We do have a Discord chat. That link is down in the description. And if you'd like to support the channel any further, I do have a Patreon. That link is also in the description. Thank you so much. Have a great one.